guys, so I'm bringing you another house building video today. This house is kind of special. This is my childhood home. Well, technically it's my childhood home from when I was a teenager because when I was young I lived with my mom, obviously, but when I was a teenager I moved in with my grandparents. So it was a little different. I wanted to live with my grandparents. I felt like I could get more out of living with them, so that's what I did. And so, yeah, so I lived with them, and so my high school years were spent living with them, and I really enjoyed it. I think that I got a lot more out of it, and so I am building my home when I lived with them. So I really love this house. It's a little bit on the plainer side on the outside. There's not really too much like super special about it. Like usually I try and make my builds like, you know, very unique from the outside, or at least attempt to. And this one, you know, there was only so much I could do because I wanted it to look very authentic and look very, you know, like what it looked like in real life. So, so yeah, it's, you know, it's kind of plain on the outside, but you know, that's to be expected. So the roofing is very simple. I do change that in the back there because that, you know, you'll see what I end up doing. The porch is just a basic porch, nothing too special. I wish I could have put that other column more in the middle, but they wouldn't let me for some reason. I needed to have it be more uniform, I guess, but I wanted it to look very, you know, the same. This is the back porch. This is where we used to like cook out and stuff. You know, me being a teenager, I didn't really care about going out there too much. I didn't really cook out back then. My grandpa did. He did all the cooking out. Like he cooked amazing steaks on the grill. So yeah, it was amazing. I loved his steaks so much. The porch there is just a cement porch, like there's nothing too fancy about that. Now I'm trying to figure out how the living room, or like, well, technically it's called a great room because it's the living room and dining room in one, and when you combine them like that, it is actually called a great room. So that's what that big room is over there on the right of your screen right now. That's the garage there, obviously. And then right over in here is the kitchen slash, you know, there's like a little breakfast nook area, or like eat-in dinette area, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, this is where you go out into the garage, and I think the stairs were more like right up against the door, but you know, there's some things you can't do in this game, so, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm just making the bedrooms right now, or like putting in the doors and stuff like that. Yeah, and we're going to get into a few more things. Oh yeah, I'm putting in the windows right now, trying to figure out where they all went. There was a fireplace in the center of the room here. And then I couldn't remember if in my grandma's room she had one window or two windows. And then right here, obviously the door, there was no stairs to go into that door, but you know, we don't have constrained floor elevation yet, so there's no way that I could put that door on the, you know, just straight on the ground. So I kind of had to put them stairs in so that you can actually go in through there. But in real life, it was just, you know, there was no steps right there. So now I'm going to go in and start doing the wallpapering and all the flooring on the interior to make it as close as possible as I could. I go ahead and put in this little, you know, like these carpet things to make it, not carpet, these fencing things to make it look like it's, the flooring is a bit separate from the carpet and the, you know, the other whatever. So yeah, I'm just trying to make it look as close to the real thing as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the lighting so I can see what I'm doing, because I hate not being able to see what I'm doing. And there we go. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to start on the kitchen. I used to love the kitchen in this house. It's simple, but I just really loved it. There was just like I don't know, there was something about it. It was very homey, very, kind of like a mix between like country and modern, I guess you could say. Like, I don't really remember what the backsplash looked like, so I just kind of like put something in there. But I know that the layout is exactly how it was in real life, and like the color of the cabinets and all that is just the same. That's how it was in real life. So, and then this little, that little island in the middle was actually not an island. It was like a big butcher's block, but there was nothing I could use in the game to kind of like resemble that. And the closest thing I could do was put in that island. And then over here in this little corner was sort of like a little, like a few little cabinets or something, and then like a few, like bottles and stuff. Like, I wouldn't, like, they were kind of like these bottles, but it was more for like decoration. Like maybe like tea kettles and like old bottles, like for decoration. So I just put this in to kind of like, resemble that, I guess. So yeah. And then this is our little table where we would eat, just regular meals and stuff, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. Like, this is where we would eat that, at this little table here. It was just me and my grandma and grandpa that lived here, so plenty of room. And this is, I'm just going ahead and putting in the rest of the stuff in the kitchen. I don't believe that the microwave was right there. The microwave was actually above the stove, like in a little like nook area above the stove, like right there where that no, was it above the stove? Now I can't remember. Anyway, it wasn't in that spot, but that was the only place I could put it to make it usable still in game. So yeah, that's a thing. And then over here is a little laundry room. Obviously, we don't have washer and dryers in the game yet, but this is where our little like laundry nook was through there. So I went ahead and put it in because it's there in real life, but obviously it's unusable space at the moment. This is where my grandparents had their stereo and like a bookshelf above that. Like, it was all attached, but there was really no way I can obviously make it look attached, so I just put in shelving on the walls and then put a bunch of books and stuff in. A lot of cookbooks, because my grandma, actually my family has a set of cookbooks, actually 2, I don't know, I think it's 2 cookbooks that is actually out on the market right now, and I'm actually in one of those cookbooks, but keep in mind I was like 5 when this cookbook came out, so my recipe in it was like how to make jello or something silly like a 5-year-old would make, and then I have like my cousins who are about the same age as me also had a few recipes in there, which was like peanut butter toast. I mean, it was something simple that a kid would make that they just wanted, my family, wanted to include the kids on it, so we had like silly little things. And like my dad has a bunch of recipes in there, and my mom even has a couple recipes, and most of them are like my grandma and her sister and people like that my family is very good cooks. So yeah, we have 2 cookbooks on the market. So yeah, I think one of them is called like Down Home Country Cooking. I actually have them in my kitchen right now because I got them as a wedding gift when I got married. One is called Down Home Country Cooking, and the other one is called, what is the other one called? I can't remember right now. I don't know. I can't remember. But I do get a lot of my recipes out of those books. So yeah, it was definitely a good wedding gift. So this is the living room I'm finally going into. Basically, my grandparents had that blue color of furniture, but it was like flower pattern, like a floral pattern on it. And obviously we don't have that option in game. This was the dining room area right here, which we only used on special occasions. Like, we only used that table on special occasions like Christmas, Thanksgiving, stuff like that, where we had all the family over to celebrate something. I believe, no, we didn't even use it for my graduation, because when I graduated high school, we had, my grandma made me whatever meal I wanted, and we actually did that on the back porch. So, but yeah, so there's that. Yeah, and now I believe I'm going to go in and, oh no, I'm going to start, I thought I was going to start on the bathroom, but I am actually going to start on the landscaping, which again was very simple. Nothing too fancy about it, just kind of like natural looking, except for like right around the house my grandma had like her little like flower like flowers just right along the edge of some parts of the house, like on that side of the house where them stairs are right there. She had like flowers growing right along the side there, like probably like geraniums and chrysanthemums and stuff like that grandmas would be interested in planting. I don't know. So then, yeah, I have no idea what the plants were, but and this is the garage. It seems kind of small, and it actually was kind of small on the inside. Like, you had to like really squeeze the vehicles in there. I never parked in the garage. I always parked in the driveway right outside of the garage there. And my grandparents always parked in the garage, so they would have to really squeeze their cars in there to be able to fit. And then, there was like storage and stuff like that in there. So now we're going into the bathroom. This is just the main bathroom to the house. It was just a tiny little bathroom, nothing too fancy about it. Sink, mirror, toilet, and then the shower tub duo, I guess you could call it. But I still obviously try to make it look very similar to what it looked like in real life. There was a painting, or not a painting, but like just a cute little picture. And then my grandma did always cute little things with the towels there that matched on the opposite side. This is the master bathroom. The shower / tub thing there is actually not. It's actually just all a big shower right there. But in order to make it look more realistic, I had to put that in because it covered that whole side of the wall, and I couldn't do that with this game, obviously. So yeah, that's the master bathroom. Now we are going to go into my bedroom. So this is my bedroom as a teenager. It was blue, very blue, lots of baby blues. That used to be my favorite color when I was a kid, was baby blue, and that's what it was anyway. That's why I chose this room when I moved in with my grandparents. So yeah, and I believe there really was that checkerboard print on the wallpaper. I'm pretty sure it was that checkerboard type look to it. So, and it was like a light blue carpet in there. So yeah, and there was a dresser right there and a TV, my TV that I went out and bought. And then, yeah, and then I had my computer desk right there. Everything was very jammed in over here, but I did play test that, and you can actually use that stuff over there, so no worries there. It's all very tight, but you can still sleep in bed, and you can still use everything, so that's always nice. And then I had a little chair there, and my hamper and all that, and then my closet, which I never even hung anything up in. I think my grandma just had some of her extra clothes in there. I never really even used that closet, to be honest. I just used the dresser. And that's the hall closet. And then this back here is the guest bedroom, which had just the bed in it, of course, for guests to sleep in. And then my grandparents also kept their computer in here, which obviously you will see is a very old computer, and they barely ever used it, to be honest. I mean, this was back when I was a teenager, so this was like, what, 11, 12 years ago? I mean, I moved out when I was 19, so yeah, it was like 11 years ago. Anyway, so this is my grandparents' master bedroom. And then I'm like, did they have two windows? And I'm pretty sure they did have two windows in their room. So I went ahead and put that in and put in what I thought looked similar to their bed, except they had like a 4-post bed. So like it was similar to this, except it had 4 posts instead of like the headboard and footboard. So it was kind of the same, kind of not. I don't know. And then they had 2 dressers. One was right across from their bed, and then they had this like cute little table that they bought like in Paris or something when they visited Paris. It was this cute little table. It really isn't similar to that. It like looks very antique-y and cute over in their corner. And then my grandma had her little vanity area right there. And then I think that's about it. I mean, I think in real life the bed was kind of like in the middle of the window, but I kind of had to do what I could with it, I guess. So I don't know. So now I'm just going in and touching up everything, making it look, cool, and doing the back porch area here. We had the nice grill out there, and then a picnic table for the kids, and then, stuff like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and finish up on the gardening here, which out back here was very natural looking. Nothing, everything growed just naturally out here in the back. And then right here is where my grandma had her little, flowers growing there. Yeah, like right in there. And then right in front, I believe she did too. And then like on the one side of the house, there was nothing, like no plants or anything. So, and then, yeah, it was very, very plain, but it's a real house in real life. So you gotta think it's sort of natural. But anyways, I believe we're coming up on the end, so I hope you guys enjoyed this taste of my life, and give me a like and a comment, and thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day, okay? Bye.